an open letter in support of Amber Heard. I haven't even read the letter, and I know it's about to be some BS. Nobody in their right effing minds who are not alike Amber support and or believe this woman. If they have gone through the trial, if they have watched it in its entirety, not just selecting points and, you know, different scenes that you wanted to see, have looked at the effing evidence, the people who have done that know the truth. This letter that they're saying shows outpouring of support for Amber, and there's like 130 some odd signatures on this little thing. Like, come on, compared to the 5 million, I think Laura B said, that Johnny has on his little list. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? 130 people. You couldn't even get 150 effing people before you release this out and let everybody know you're doing an outpouring of support for Amber Heard, this, that, another, blah, blah, blah. It's laughable. It's laughable, and it makes her look even worse than what she already did. And the people who are like literally risking their necks to come out here and support this woman and say that they think that she's such a victim, what the fuck is wrong with you? The fuck is wrong with you? Like, quite honestly, I would really want to know what your relationships look like. I would like to talk to your significant other, because if you're saying that this woman was right in the actions and behavior that she did over the course of her relationship with Johnny V. Depp, then there is a serious problem. There is a very serious problem, and I'm gonna pray for y'all. I'm going to pray for y'all. So when I get back, I'm going to Christian's house tonight. When I get there, I'm going to look over the letter, see what the hell these idiots have to say for themselves, because I'm not understanding. I don't get it. I'm perplexed. And I'm going to eat my dang on Subway sandwich I got for my lunch and my jalapeno chips. But y'all, like, for real, like, you guys make yourselves look like such idiots. Like, a letter of support for Amber? Are you kidding me? Alright, so I'm back. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to read this fucking letter, quite honestly, because it's a whole bunch of lies, it's a whole bunch of BS, it's a whole bunch of twisting of narratives, it's a whole bunch of women who have gathered together to stand behind this woman, or women in companies at that, you know, feminist companies who are standing behind this woman with whom has literally no alignment to a domestic violence survivor, and has been proven time and time again. So we're just left at, these people have a narrative of their own, they have their own agenda, and they're just gonna run it. Because Amber has a name, she has a face, based off of all this bullshit. People didn't even know who Amber was prior to all this situation. But it's frustrating because you look at this situation and you're like, how did these people really go to sleep at night? Not realizing that there is actual victims out there that they are affecting and making seem like this situation with Amber is like theirs, when it has absolutely no correlation. She sat up there and she fucking lied her ass off. And she said in the interview she did right after that essentially she's going to take it to the grave. She's going to never admit she lied. So this is never going to end. And I just find it funny that this whole situation was over an article, a fucking op-ed, and now you're putting out another open letter. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. She had to have some type of fucking involvement in this bullshit. Leave it alone. I thought you wanted to move on and focus on being a mother. Leave it alone. Why are you trying to stir up some bullshit over here? Like, leave it alone. But you can't. Because this is all she has, you guys. This is all she has, and it's frustrating. But I don't even want to put my energy into it. I don't even want to put my energy into it because it's just like, this woman is pathetic. She's pathetic. And these people that have rounded around her And these damn journalists that have rounded around her should be fucking ashamed of themselves, quite honestly. Quite honestly. Why is my thing not charging? I don't know why it's not charging. Hold on, you guys. Well, side note, I guess to just not avert the obvious, I am in Christian's new place. I'm working from home, so I'm here working from home. It's really nice. I like it. It's very much him, very much his joint, and I'm happy for him. He has it all together. He has his little desk over there. There's some great fucking views. I don't know if I can turn this around. Hold on. So like great views there with like the floor ceiling windows, which I do love. It gives great light. But yeah, this is like kind of life now. Going between here and my mom's, and you know, whatever happens with us happens. I have a lot of feelings still about things, and just adjusting to the new normal. It's just like whatever. But in good news, I'm getting my life together. I'm like starting to see I could do this shit on my own. My credit score is going up, which is a big deal, so I can get approved for shit on my own. Still saving, so I'm just trying to look at everything as like, this is a hunkering down situation, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I don't necessarily like what's happening right now. I don't know if I'm okay with what's happening right now. But it's life, you know, and it's what's taking place at this moment, and I have to make decisions based off of what happens. Life is crazy, you guys. Like, it's just absolutely crazy. But I don't know why my iPad's not. I want to segue away from Amber because really she doesn't matter. Although the one thing I do want to say in relation is that Whitney Hurd has also spoke out. And, what is her name? She added this. Akshita. I'm probably saying that so wrong. She added me on Twitter. Basically, Whitney Hurd has now posted to her damn IG. So this is a concerted effort. This is a whole agenda. This is a whole plan that they're doing. And let's not be surprised. Look at me saying I'm about to segue. Don't be surprised if this gets even bigger. If we start seeing more shit. If we start seeing articles start coming out that are against Johnny. While this man is out trying to live his life and do his thing, get ready for the holidays, he's got off tour, he's resting, getting geared up for the next fucking thing, you're over here having not learned your lesson, writing bullshit fucking letters that nobody fucking asked for. And then giving people a list of sympathizers to your foolishness. Like, are they idiots? I think so. I think so. So what does Whitney say here? To simply say that my faith in humanity has been called into question since the trial/verdict. So it's so interesting how this comes out after this whole open letter. This was 7 hours ago that someone tweeted this. Let me see if I can go to IG to see if it actually was posted this recently, because I'm like, coincidence? I think not. Whit Hurd. God. They got some strong features. That's all I can say. So yeah, this was just posted 15 hours ago. So this is a recent thing. She even put it on her fucking story. Oh shit. I just dropped it. The bullshit wanted to escape my hands. Okay, so this is the post that she actually put out 15 hours ago. So this is all a plan, obviously. Over 100 experts and organizations signed an open letter in support of Amber Heard. Now, I'm not trying to be funny, but we saw her experts on the stand for 6 months, and they were absolutely ludicrous. They embarrassed her along with Elaine. They were an embarrassment, and they made her case just... Do you remember the guy that like had this weird mouth issue? The doctor that Elaine kept calling the other doctor's name. Like, they were sitting up there lying. They got grilled. They had no actual evidence of anything. They had never actually studied Johnny or talked to Johnny. Had never really seen Amber. Did bullshit testing. What experts, honey? We went through a 8-week trial. Your experts obviously weren't expert enough because a bitch ass owes 10 point some odd million dollars to various fucking people. So your experts ain't quite expert as you would think. So now you want to sit here and put 100 of them in an open letter and think that this is about to say something and change people's minds about your foolishness and lies and the evidence that we just saw? It's like they're trying to brainwash people and gaslight people into not seeing reality. We saw and heard it with our own eyes. You gave nothing for 6 weeks. Okay, so 100 experts. And this is the open letter. I'm not fucking reading it. I'm not reading all that. But these are also all the fucking companies that are proudly standing by Amber. So what's she say in her comment? She says, to simply say that my faith in humanity has been called into question since the trial verdict would be a gross understatement. My faith in humanity has also suffered because I saw people willing to get up and fucking lie through their goddamn teeth to people's faces and have no qualm or care about it and be able to sleep at night. Like, that shit's not sick. Like, I lost faith in humanity too, and there's still people out here supporting this. So this whole thing that you're doing is making me lose faith in humanity. Wit heard. Let's proceed. Not only did it highlight some pretty fucking major flaws in the judicial system. Shut up. Why is it a flaw because she lost? It wouldn't have been a flaw if she won. It's a flaw because she lost. Things didn't go your way. They're sore losers. And also showed just how deeply misogynistic this world is and how harassment of anyone who speaks out or has a differing opinion is just simply accepted. But Johnny got literally blitzed in the media for years. He is a man. What the fuck are you talking? Like, no, I'm gonna put that. Like, what it? Okay. Who? Like, nobody is telling you you can't speak out. They're saying don't lie. That's all they're saying, Whitney, is don't lie. There was 834 comments on this joint. Oh my god. Ew. Just take a look at some of the comments on my post, and undoubtedly this one. It's a world that I'm scared to raise my kids in, and every day it seems harder and harder to navigate and deal with. Until today. What magically happened today, Whitney? Like, I mean, the day came and went. You put out this open letter. I still believe Amber is a bullshit liar, so what's changed? Seeing this letter signed by over 130 experts and organizations now was much needed breath of fresh air. Finally, the tides are shifting. Finally, how cringe. So because you went out and paid a whole bunch of fucking people or did some bullshit promotion for them, now they signed your goddamn fucking letter, and now, oh my god, you can breathe fresh air because you have this list of 130 experts? But in the court of actual law and public opinion, your sister is a liar of the fucking earth? We'll take a deep breath, bitch, because that's the freshest air you're gonna get. Like, I feel so sorry for her. If this is your fresh air, it's fucking laughable, these people. Like, how cringe is that last line? Until today, seeing this letter signed by over 130 experts and organizations now was such a much needed breath of air. Finally, the tides are shifting. Finally. What tides? What? They live in a constant state of delusion. That could be the only thing. They have lied and lied and lied so much and so long to the point they can't help but believe their lies. And so they live in not reality. They live in a constant state of delusion. That's what it is. That's the only thing that makes sense. They are in this shared delusional reality that they've created together because they fucked up. And they fucked up so bad, they owe all this money, they're in all this trouble all over the place, and perjured herself here, perjured herself there. And now look, it's It's so effing laughable. It's so laughable. But let's go on to somebody who actually matters. I was kind of excited to see this and surprised to see this at the same time, because Lily Rose Depp is somebody who's very private. Like, she doesn't really give interviews. You don't really hear her talking out in the press. She does her shit, goes back and lives her life. Like, you know, that's how it should be. And so obviously people know that Lily Rose is the daughter of Johnny Depp. So the one thing that I did take issue with in kind of like reading it is her feeling like she's not like a nepotism child or a nepotism baby. And to be honest, to be quite honest, I do like Lily Rose Depp. I don't have any real beef issues with her, whatever. But in her reality, maybe that's how she feels. But in everybody else's reality, that's just not so. Like, you were born the daughter of Johnny the effing Depp. Your last name, your name is Lily Rose Depp. You don't think that has any fucking pull? Now, on the flip side, when all this bullshit went down and all that stuff happened, it probably hurt her. It probably did. I don't know, with her, like, you know, jobs and careers and everything she needed to do, but I don't think so, because I've seen her in shit. I don't think it really slowed her down, but, like, there is a pull when you have a large name like that behind you. Like, I hate to see these people, like, really, like, try to, like, get themselves into thinking that, like, they did this all on their own and that their last name and their parentage has nothing to do with it. You can be as talented and successful as you want to be, yes, like, I understand. No, Lily. Like, I'm trying to say this in the nicest way possible because I do like the girl, but it's just like, no. There's some trash, like, nepotism children, like, I'm not gonna call her trash, but, like, I will say the nepotism baby that, like, first comes to my mind is Daniel and Kendall Kardashian, and her as a model I think is completely fucking awful. Completely awful. Her walk is terrible. She has there's nothing, there's no movement, there's no light, like, there's just, you know, like, so when someone has just that it, when they, like, Bella Hadid, like, she has that it, when she comes out on the runway, it's, you know, but, like, it's so bland with Kendall. Nepotism baby. She got that because she is connected to the Kardashians. Everybody knows that. And I do feel like, you know, Lily Rose is talented in this, that, and other, and yeah, maybe she would have gotten far with just that, but it does help with the last name Depp. It could have hindered with the last name Depp the past few years, but it does help. It does fucking help. So let's see what she has to say. This was an article she did in Elle. So let me see. Not that the work has zero overlap with her life these days, playing Jocelyn has only caused her to think more critically. Oh, I think this is about the show she's done with The Weeknd. I did see some, like, promo of her, like, doing some show with The Weeknd. Caused her to think more critically about the trade-offs that inevitably come with public scrutiny. It's kind of a double-edged sword, because when you're an artist, you make things in the hope that they were going to connect with somebody. But then it also comes with this thing where people feel like they know you. And even though they don't, she says, I'm not here to give myself to the world or to be eaten alive. Now, I do love that. I do love that, because people do expect, because you're a public figure, you have to share everything with the world and this and another. Like, there's a cost that comes with it. I completely understand that. There is a cost that comes with it because you're putting your life out there. But she is not putting her life out there. I don't see that with her. She has been and remained very private. I think it's about her artwork and what she wants to do creatively, and then she's back, you know, in her home space. So I can completely see that with her. Like, I'm not here to give myself to the world in that way. I'm wanting to give a creative vision or a project of myself in that way versus people knowing every aspect of my fucking life. Like, that's not what she wants. I get that. On social media, the discomfort is magnified. People think you're a video game character and say all these horrible things about you that they would never say to your face. Exactly. I think she would be a little spicy. She says, I think we feel a little too protected by our screens. Exactly. Twitter fingers. Twitter fingers. She's saying, people won't say this shit to my fucking face, but they have all the nerve in the world to say it behind their fucking screens and online. She's spicy. Increasingly, especially for her generation, there's little difference between the two. We spend a lot of time on the internet and start to feel like it's this parallel universe where people in the public eye are just an animal in a zoo or a statue, and you can say whatever the fuck you want to them, even though you wouldn't say it in person. Okay, so that's the second time she's kind of said that in like variations, and I'm wondering if she has some type of, not like resentment, like, but it sounds like there is some anger there. That she has seen the things that people have said and disgusting lies that they have spewed and whatnot, and she's like, people think they can say whatever the fuck they want to, and they think that we're just these animals in this zoo. Like, there is some anger behind that. I think there's a little bit of anger behind that. Like, obviously it's not an audio, but like, given the fact that she said the same thing up here and then said it down here in just a different way, she's repeated that. Like, she means it a lot. You know what I mean? Like, there's some, I feel like she's probably gone through a lot. A lot. And you guys have known and seen the bullshit that has gone on with her dad and stuff people have said about him, and they're continuing to do it. Continuing. People get really ballsy when they think nobody's looking or reading, and so I try not to read the comments, because no matter what you do, you're never going to please everybody. I can work my ass off to put work out there, and I'm proud of that, and I hope people connect with it. There are always going to be some people who don't like me or have a problem with me or think that I'm stupid or ugly or whatever she says. At the end of the day, what really matters to me is that my family or friends, what my family and friends and loved ones think of me. So she's basically saying, I see what the fuck you're saying. You wouldn't say it to my goddamn face. Quite frankly, you don't know me. You don't fucking know me. You're ballsy, but if you would say it to my face, it would be a different story. That's what I'm getting from this. And all that matters is what my friends and family think of me. You are irrelevant. Thank you very much, Lily Rose Depp. But you are a Nepo baby, honey. You are that. You are that. But I do love this whole sentiment. I love the way she just went the fuck in and kind of went off. I want to see what she says. Her parents raised her good. She's very smart, brave, mature, dignified. I love that she admires how she was raised. I love you. I love how much she admires. Oh, where'd it go? It's honestly sad she can't talk about her dad without being bullied and harassed, but everything she said is so true. It very much is true. Very much. So I'm proud of her. People are speaking out, and it's just like, oh, so this article in Elle comes out, this open letter from fucking Amber, and, you know, all these crazies come out. Do we think any of this is correlated and I think there's some correlation there. I do. I think there's a correlation there. I no longer believe in coincidences. I believe somebody probably tipped these people off over on Amber's dang on team. Said, okay, we're gonna put this letter out, steal Lily Rose Depp's shine with her article that she never comes out and speaks out about anything. You know, I just wouldn't put it past them. They do so much. They do so much shady shit. I just would not put it past them in the slightest. I really wouldn't. But let me go and get myself something to eat. I think I want to come back here and talk about Shanquilla Robinson. I'm so sorry, my phone died. But before I move on to Shanquilla, and before, you know, I'm very, I do want to say, I talk a lot of shit. And I talk a lot of shit about Amber. I talk a lot of shit about Eve. I talk a lot of shit about Whitney. I talk a lot of shit. And I'm aware of that. But I do want to say, for Whitney, there is another layer. Amber, I think, is completely awful, but I think that Amber has wrapped her sister up in her bullshit, and she doesn't have a choice. And I was seeing Akshida's comment on Twitter that she has sympathy and empathy for her, you know, and I do have sympathy and empathy because I think that she has been abused by her sister as well. It's been proven, it's been stated. We've heard all of that. I think that she is also a victim in her own way, but I do think it is sad that she has not been able to get up out of that and just speak up on her own and tell the truth, because it is apparent what she got up on that stand and said was a lie. One thing is said by the security guards and Johnny, another thing is said by Amber and Whitney. Complete opposites. So who's lying? And I believe Johnny. So that means that they're lying. They have not been able to prove a single solitary thing. So I just wanted to say that before I moved on about Shanquilla. And so trigger warning, because it is sad and it's violence and everything like that. And I've been seeing a lot on TikTok and Twitter and stuff. And it's a sad situation. And I wanted to say, you know, my thoughts go out to her family and her real friends and people who care about her in her life. Like, this is something completely awful. Imagine you're going, if you don't know what happened with Shanquilla Robinson, I believe they call her Quilla, but she went to Cabo vacation with some friends, and she wasn't there even 24 hours. She wasn't there in Cabo even 24 hours before she ends up passing. Her mother gets a call, and she's told that her daughter has passed due to alcohol poisoning. Her friends left her in Cabo. Left her body, left her, dipped. They get the body back. Turns out that alcohol poisoning ordeal situation is a complete and utter lie. And that she had injuries to her spine, and her neck was broke. And there is video of her being brutally beaten by a friend. Like, they're all in this room and there's this fight going on, and it appears that Shanquilla is undressed and she's not fighting back against this girl who is supposed to be her friend. And she's yelling at her, and the people in the background saying, Shanquilla, fight back. But she's like, no, I'm not. Like, I guess she wasn't a fighter, or, you know, maybe, I don't know what was going on. But in the video, she was not fighting back. But you can see that they're beating, like, this girl's beating her. And then you go and call somebody's mother, who is a friend of hers, and then lie and say that it's alcohol poison. Can you imagine her mother getting that phone call out of the blue, thinking her daughter is somewhere enjoying her time? She hadn't even been gone 24 hours, and you get a call that your daughter just passed from alcohol poisoning? And that her body's still there, and you have to make arrangements and everything to get her back, and then you get her back and you find out that it's something completely different. And there's all these variations of different stories going on. And that possibly these friends were not her real friends and did not have the best of intentions for Shanquilla. And this girl that beat her and allegedly probably caused her passing is not a real friend. Like, that these people did not have her best interests at heart. So it's just very important when you go out and you do things and deal with other people to just be careful of who you spend your time with, who you deal with, who you're traveling with, especially you're far from home, you don't have your support system around, things are the same, maybe you don't know the language, all types of different variables. The last thing you want to have to worry about is the people that you're going to said location with and them not having your back or trying to do something shady or this, that, and other. That is awful. So now this young girl, I believe she was 24, 25, has gone to California thinking she's having a good time with her friends, and she's passed and is never coming back home alive. It's sad. I feel like it's something every effing day that, like, 3 students at UVA got gunned down, shot down at school. It's just senseless stuff every day, and out, like, it's sad, you guys. It's sad. So just you know, I don't have many friends. I'm kind of a loner. I stay to myself. I kind of like to do my own thing. I wish I had more girlfriends. I'm completely a girl's girl. I love doing, like, the girly things and stuff like that. When I was in college, I was in a sorority and I had a lot of friends, and then I graduated and I just didn't keep contact like I should have, and then I just kind of isolated more, and now here I am years later with not the best like girl support group that I wish that I could have, but it does just make you want to, you just, as you're trying to gather like these people in your life and, you know, making these connections and friendships and sharing your life and this, that, and the other, you just have to be very careful. But sometimes at the end of the day, you just aren't going to know. You just aren't going to know. And I guess that's where faith and trust comes in, that, you know, people have, you know, your best intentions. I don't know. It's just sad. I can't imagine her mother getting that call and then finding out that it's something completely different in her family, and her family is fighting to get justice for her. Like, they want to know what happened, what is up, what is going on, what the fuck happened to my daughter. It's disgusting. It's really disgusting. So, I don't know, you guys. Today, I think that I believe I'm going back home today. I don't know. We'll see. This week has gone by so fast. It's kind of insane. Like, it's gone by insanely fast. Tomorrow's already Friday. I'm not complaining. I need to get my registration done over the weekend. I know that's not interesting at all. I'm just rambling at this point, but guys, just stay safe. Be careful out there. But at the same time, still enjoy your life. I know we're all experiencing various different challenges and stuff in our lives, but hopefully a lot of positive things as well and happy moments. So, trying to focus on that. So, that's it, you guys. I just wanted to get all of that off my chest. Amber is absolutely horrible. All these effing journalists and feminist groups and companies that are like trying to come out here and support Amber on this whole situation, saying that they support her, throwing their support behind her. It's bullshit. Whitney coming out and speaking out the blue, crawling out her hole. I'm just like, please, nobody needed it. Please go back. It's just like, it's a lot. It is an effing lot. And we got the Casey Anthony thing coming up on the 29th. I've heard that she is further going to blame her father. So I'm going to be keeping up on that, because it's just, that's what she did with the trial. And now apparently in this new documentary, that's the route that she's going to be taking again. And I'm just like, you know what? People cannot take accountability. Like, they can't. Like, it's a real thing. They can't take accountability. But anyway, you guys, let me stop talking at this point. I hope that you have a lovely rest of your day, wherever you are. I'm going to catch you guys from wherever in my next video. And I will see you a little bit later. Bye.